It's Dogpatch.
Dogpatch.
How you doing, Dante?
I'm doing good. I was just telling you about hitting the trending button on YouTube, and it led me to just like a world of content that exists on a plane that we don't exist on.
Dude, you know what I found out? We are not in Winston-Salem. We're blacked out in Winston-Salem.
What is?
Dogpatch.
Oh, really?
You can't get it in Winston-Salem.
Can't get it. Jeez.
Yeah,
Why?
file not available.
Jesse Helms?
Jesse Helms has something to do with it. I don't know what it is. It could be Tipper Gore. I really don't know, but...
So that's like sometimes you can't watch the local broadcast of the Bulls locally if it's on national
Exactly,
television?
because they want you to come down to the stadium and see it live. Yeah, I've been telling people about it, and they're like, you have a podcast? And I'm like, maybe not.
Just Winston-Salem? What about Raleigh, Charlotte, New Bern?
For all I know, they get it. But reason I know that anyone gets it is because I'll get messages on Instagram, and people will be like, hey, love the podcast. I'm driving through Winston-Salem. Can you tell me where there are clean eats and a place to buy Caribbean records?
0 for 0?
Pretty much.
What, didn't you hang out with some famous Caribbean musician's daughter? T-Connection?
Oh, the woman who owns a coffee shop, Buy Good Coffee in Winston-Salem. Her dad was in Flatbush.
Flatbush? Wildfire?
Wildfire, yes, thank you. Yeah, not T-Connection. T-Connection's not Caribbean.
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
From the Bahamas.
Oh, I didn't know.
You don't
that.
get any more Bahamian.
Yeah, this woman was just basically like, "Oh, I wonder if you have a record by my dad." And I was like, "Who's your dad? What band was your dad in?" She's like, "Wildfire." And I was like, "I don't think I don't have a record by your dad."
They made a lot of records. Did they live in Miami though?
I don't know. She moved from Trinidad to New York, which is not uncommon. But I feel like they were Caribbean through and through. I don't think they...
Oh, no, they without a doubt. But a lot of those Caribbean bands set up base in Miami because then they could just, they had a weekend on St. Kitts or what, they could strike all the Caribbean from Miami a lot easier.
And oddly enough, it's pretty hard to fly from like Jamaica to Trinidad.
That's what I'm
There's not
saying.
a lot of inter-Caribbean flights.
It's probably a lot more expensive. And you're not going to get on a boat. It would take you forever.
Let's talk about some music.
What are we talking about today?
Let's stay in Miami for a second. We're not going to be in Miami, but in South Florida in the 70s, there's an example of a label that ran there called Great World of Sound, or GWS, or Twin Productions. They're three related labels. And they were effectively promotion labels where you would send your master in, and they would manufacture it more often than not as a 45 and promote it. And I'm doing air quotes over promote it. Basically, they just took your money. They sent like 10 copies to their buddies, and that was it. Kind of a thing that came about in around 76 or so, where the tax world of the entertainment industry was kind of maybe in tumult and was changing. And so a lot of dudes took advantage of it, whether to run just straight scams like Great World of Sound or tax scams, which a lot of the majors were doing, where they were able to go into their vaults, pull some random demo they were submitted they never did anything with, manufacture it, and then instantly destroy them or cut it out, but claim full price for the
loss.
Strange loophole. And from 76 to 78, it was rampant in America. It was on some like skeevy, weird shit, but at the same time, it resulted in all these weird rarities, and people are still trying to track down a lot of these labels. So today, we're going to talk about not a tax scam label, but a scam label, another one that worked like the Miami company I just talked about. And this is a group of companies called AMG, American Mutual Group, which was based in Cincinnati and has a couple associative labels, AMG, Pilot Master, Mutual Group, and the batting average is fucking terrible. Like, a lot of this shit sucks. Most of it sucks.
And that's because there's no bar that has to be cleared for entry.
Yeah, there's no A&R. There's no, like, quality control. You send the check, we'll press it up, and we'll promote it. And by promoting it, we mean not promote it.
So the scam is just basically like an ad in the back of Rolling Stone magazine where you send a check and you're promised services.
It's even a little bit different than Song Poem, where it's like, hey, send us money and your lyrics, and because they would deliver records to you. A lot of the times with the AMG stuff, those guys never got their records. All of those records were usually sent out in a promotional capacity, which doesn't mean shit. It didn't go anywhere.
Not even a record pool, just like...
Maybe some record pools, but AMG and Great World of Sound in Florida were both kind of related. It was all kind of slightly older industry guys. And at AMG, it was Bud Renault and Bill Stith. And Bill Stith has a tie to South Florida, being that he was from there, and he was in kind of a semi-famous 60s garage band called the Nightcrawlers that did Little Black Egg, which was oft covered. And there was another guy related a little bit in AMG named Carl Edmondson, who was a guy that came from the fraternity label and was just a general Cincinnati guy.
So I gather this label, it's sort of on a like broken clock is right twice a day sort of thing. It's like invariably there are going to be good records on a record label that has absolutely no quality control.
Yes, and also I dug these songs out of the mud. Because it's from Ohio, I have a lot of this shit. It's equal parts soul, bad country, pop, rock. It's the gamut, some jazz. But the soul stuff tends to be the better stuff. There are some good rock examples, and we'll be listening to all of this during the course of this show. But as I mentioned earlier before we started recording, this is all still kind of like B- material. Like,
Sure.
It's fine. There is some joints, but it's rough going. So it's kind of, and I don't think anything was successful as far as like what it was intended to be. Like, hey, I sent this guy $500 and nothing happened. I don't know if anything ever actually happened.
Well, that's the thing that seems ironic to me. It seems like almost like they did the opposite of what they promised.
Yeah, they buried it.
Yeah.
Rather than like amplify it, they actually kind of buried it.
There's nothing wrong.
I've known personally 2 people that used the job. One of them was a group called Transnational Funk from Cleveland, who was earlier known as Creations Unlimited. They have actually 2 records on it. They did it twice on AMG. And another Ohio soul guy named Robert Lenzi did a group called First Occasion through them.
Yeah, I talked to the guys in Synod, who we won't be listening to on this show, and there was a song that they had cut on an album they put out on their own, and I think they wanted to make like a really glossy commercial version of it that, ooh, this could be played on the radio. But then again, it didn't wind up at any radio stations unless it was as a coaster.
So we'll start listening to some of this stuff. We'll start with a group from Chicago called the Steelers, who have a long soul history before this. They decided they were going to throw a little money at this AMG thing. And funnily, the song we're going to play comes out locally on a small label in Chicago called Baba. So we'll listen to that. It's called Love, Love, Love. And actually, we'll back it up with another soul song, and we'll talk about that particular song when we come out.
Love for me is the height of expression. Love for me is the height of expression. True ecstasy, a deep depression.
Love for me is the height of expression, baby. Oh, baby. True ecstasy, a deep depression, baby. Like a thunderbolt, for which there's no antidote. Confusion and splendor, abusion and sweet surrender.
Sweet surrender.
Being upset and ending with the love me tender.
Love me tender.
Why don't you love me?
Love me tender. Love, love,
Develop fast. Don't mean it's gonna last. Oh, baby.
love me tender.
Fighting a losing battle, yet trying to win. I know it's hopeless, but I'll try again. Like Lady Love, the love system just can't be broke. Sometimes seem futile, but all yet worthwhile.
Yet worthwhile.
I make the strongest man like a humble child.
Humble child.
Oh, baby.
Humble child. Love, love, love.
It's like a power plant. It must be worked on every day. love is the same all over this world. All you need is the right girl. I love you. I love you. Girl, I just...
took so long to get here. But now that my dream is finally here, baby, I'm gonna enjoy my dreamland. I'm gonna sit here and just let things flow.
So that was Dreams by Underground Resurrection.
More so on the first one, but I was kind of catching like Black Secret Agent movie franchise vibes off of both of those.
I will admit that the show may be a little front-loaded because those are two of the finer examples that we're going to play today. Because like I said, I don't know if there's a frontier beyond the Mendoza line going down.
Gotcha.
But the batting average for AMG, and usually when we do a show on Dogpatch, the batting average is pretty high for whatever person or concept we're
So if
talking
you
about.
hated that, you should probably just go ahead and skip to the next show.
If you hated that, we have almost 45 minutes more of this. I am shortchanging it a little bit. Like this music's not that bad. It's just amazing that you can like AMG. There's probably 160 records on the label. Pilot Master probably has another 100. There's a fucking ass load of 45s on these labels.
And where are you going to hear them but Dogpatch?
Conceptually, it was like, where in the world could I dump this but here?
The ethnographic show on Scam Records.
Cincinnati Scam circa 76 to 78.
Smithsonian Folkways presents.
Edited by Samuel Charters from Beyond the Grave. And there seems to be an inordinate amount of Chicago guys that participated in this. Kind of throughout AMG's lifespan, there's a lot of Chicago guys. I don't necessarily know if this group is from Chicago, but usually if I can't find a place where they're from, I'm just like going to assume they're from Chicago. So this is on American Mutual Group, a related label where there's just maybe a dozen records on there. Same shit. This is by a group called Sticks and Shorty. Kind of a cool group name. And it's funk. It's a little rote, but like I'm glad they were going for it. Some of this AMG scammy promotional stuff, it kind of got the same feel as local radio station comps.
It has talent show vibes.
Not necessarily talent show, but talent search. You know?
Good distinction.
Because talent shows, you show up and perform. Talent search is often you submit stuff. Like, here's our package.
And they dangle sort of a prospect of stardom in front of you.
Yeah, at the very least, a satin Michelob jacket.
Yeah, nice little break there. Nice little ultimate beats and break
like I said,
there.
it's rote funk, but like I'm not mad at it. Plus, Sticks and Shorties.
It's not a song about partying, and so I'm good with it.
It is a little bit.
They don't rhyme party with hardy.
That's some wild cherry ass shit.
That is Cleveland, Sweet City,
Steubenville.
ass shit. Big Steubenville energy.
Big Steubenville energy.
What's up, bro?
No sleeves.
What kind of sleeves are coming up next? What are these next guys wearing?
There's another Chicago dude. His name is Ty Harris. He has an earlier record as Tyrone Harris on a label called Barclay and the Three.
White Tyrone?
Because we're in the kind of 76 to 78 era. And again, I think a lot of some of the masters are probably a few years earlier. Just guys had shit kicking around and they saw the ad in the back of Record World and were like, hey, the path to stardom is right here.
It's $50 away.
I don't know how much it costs. I'd be curious to know what the actual there was probably package levels, how hard they wouldn't try, you know? Nonetheless, Tyrone Harris certainly put some money and energy into the production of this. It's pretty fancy with synthesizers. It's 70s soul for sure, but it's got it's kind of a progressive sound. I would say it's from 74, 75, but he's kind of doing it. And it stands out a little bit from the other even good stuff in this family of labels in that he's kind of in his own lane.
Well, I'm naked, all alone again. I just lost another friend, but I showed her what I had to show, and I told her what she did not know. Please don't tell me what I should be, for there is more than what you see when I am.
Ninja Turtles.
So he came right out the gate telling you that he didn't have any clothes on.
Very evocative.
Also, I was getting a little whiff of kind of Caribbean in there. Like that sounds like an 80s record by like a Toronto-based West Indian that was just kind of
the girls singing in the background, that kind of dueling synth sound.
And also kind of like the voice is too pro.
His enunciation is a little bit too...
crooning. Mm-hmm. A little bit crooning. But Ty Harris, props. I'm sorry AMG couldn't make your dreams come true, but nonetheless, the attempt was made.
He certainly gave it the old college try.
You got to wonder sometimes, a person like Ty Harris spent some money and some time and energy and creative juices on making that master. He submits it to AMG. It straight fizzles. And then you just shelve it?
Well, who knows what that tape went through before it got to AMG? That might have been the 5th scam that he got caught up in.
Well, not even a scam. Maybe, he shopped it to reputable people, and AMG is like a last resort.
You just want somebody to say yes at that point.
That's true, even if you have to pay for it.
Exactly.
So if there is one thing that's kind of nice about AMG, you can't have your demo rejected.
Have you ever had a demo rejected?
I have had a demo rejected in glorious fashion.
You have had the privilege of having a demo rejected.
Back when you could get demos rejected. In the late 80s, early 90s in high school, I was in a rap group in Columbus, Ohio.
Named
Poets of Heresy.
Hard.
Pretty tough. Very 1989. Knowledge of self.
The mission.
So we had this super hood manager named Bill Lester who hooked up some audition, if you will, with what we were told were members of Midnight Star. And this is in Columbus, Ohio, even though Midnight Star was from Cincinnati. Who knows? Me and Eric Weaver, my day one, we go to this pretty big house in Old Town East in Columbus. Dark, dank, some Miss Havisham shit. There's a huge boardroom table. It's like something out of a fucking movie. These two brothers come out of some room and they're like, "What you got for us?" Bill gives them a cassette demo. They disappear into some room for a little while. I'm assuming to listen to the demo. They come back out after a few moments, put the tape on the table and slide it down the length of the table like some Hollywood shit. Like, no thanks.
Goodbye.
Do you think that they make the table extra long just for dramatic effect?
It seemed that way to Eric and I's fragile egos at the time because we were a little bit deflated because we thought what we were submitting was the hardest shit. Like, we sampled crazy stuff. Listen to my boy spitting bars. And, I took some time on the production and the Midnight Star, air quotes, Midnight Star. This might have been like Midnight Stone.
Midday Star?
Midday Star. But nonetheless, it was the act of making this demo you pour your blood, sweat, and tears into, only to have it completely dismissed in a matter of like 40 seconds by anyone, could be completely avoided in a case like AMG where you're paying people to say yes.
No, I'm not.
So this next song is called Passionate Affection by a group called Double Trouble. This is probably my favorite of the lot. No idea who Double Trouble are or where they're from. All of these records have generally the same credits as far as production. It's usually Bud Renault or Bill Stith or Carl Edmondson. One of those three guys' names on it, but they didn't do anything. All they did was open the envelope and cash a check for the most part. So where this production was delivered from, I have no idea.
Let's check it out.
To me, in this conversation, that you want to bring up your past. Why don't we talk about this present time? 'Cause it's moving very fast. Now I have this passion, affection, since you showed me your impression of conception. Our love will be strong if we just keep on moving on. That means I'm in your direction. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Would you be mine? I'll be kind. Would you be mine? I'll be kind. Would you be mine? For your love, I'll be so kind. For your love, I'll be so kind. I'll push and shove. For your love, I'll push and shove. Time again, they tell you what you love, there's no sin. But without your love, baby, I just cannot win. So you be mine? Would you be mine? I'll be kind. Would you be mine? I'll be so kind. Would you be mine? For your love, I'll be so kind. Your love, I'll be so kind. I'll push and shove. For your love, I'll push and shove. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Would you be mine? I'll be kind. Would you be mine? I'll be so kind. Would you be mine? For your love, I'll be so kind. For your love, I'll be so kind. I'll push and shove. For your love, I'll push and shove.
I'll say this: if that was from North Carolina, that would be like a top won't for me.
I'm saying, right? And they could be from North Carolina. That's the thing. It's impossible to determine for the most part where a lot of these acts are from.
So let me ask you this question as an Ohio native. Was Cincinnati especially scammy? Like, does it make sense for this place to be from Cincinnati?
That's a good question. Well, Cincinnati is a river town. And like most river towns and ports, there's so much coming and going that you're bound to have some shady shit go on. Now, obviously, as the rail came into America, the boat traffic decreased, so it became a little less seedy. But yeah, for the first half of the 20th century, Cincinnati was, for as conservative as Cincinnati is today, around that time, it was pretty rowdy.
Interesting. I know that when we went to Cleveland and we talked to people, it'd all be like, oh, yeah, we did vending machines and waste disposal, which are both classic, laundromats, classic money
Cleveland's
laundering.
a little bit more mobbed up than Cincinnati. Cincinnati is traditionally kind of German.
Kind of has the benefit of being like almost Appalachian, too, with it being right
It's
next
the
to West
fucking
Virginia.
South.
Yeah.
It is the fucking South. Newport, Kentucky, you can throw a rock across the river
Yeah.
and get to. But literally, Cincinnati is way more the South than it is, say, the Midwest, if you will.
I picture Cincinnati was the big city to a lot of people who lived like within 60 miles of there, who had visions of grandeur. Or
Even somebody from Louisville would be like, oh, I'll travel the hour and a half up there because there's more there. But also in the music realm, you have to think that they had a great example set by Sid Nathan at King since the 40s. So you had an independent kind of good old boy from the area that was doing big things. Like, not only was he running a record label, he was doing manufacturing. He had James Brown as his major artist. Like,
it's kind of the Nashville of right there.
yes. The next record I'm going to play kind of checks two boxes of the nefarious late 70s record world in that it's a scammy, being on AMG, but it's also a cash-in.
Come on.
Black group from Chicago, again, the Moore Brothers Band, doing a cash-in for the Roots craze when the Alex Haley movie came on to TV. So a lot of people made Roots-based records. But this thing kind of bangs. This is some like pretty good mid to late 70s funk stuff where the lyrics leave a little bit to be desired, but the band is getting down.
New to roots, a new kind of soul. Greatest story ever been told. All about people that are black, born as slaves, but couldn't talk back. Salute to roots, they told it just like it was. Slave ship coming into the show. People's power up on the floor, and never will they get back home no more. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame, 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 shame. Was that way they were sold housing homes, to pick up cotton, to pull up logs, rain or shine, hot or cold, struggling to live, but still has soul. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame, 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 shame. Was that way? It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame, 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 shame. Was that way? Down through the years, did up in fears. It can't be denied. Some died with tears in their eyes. But you know, some really did survive. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame, 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 shame. Was that way? Ha! Ha! Ha!
Just look at him. Here he comes, the man of my life. Oh, what a blessing it is being his wife. With all the little ups and downs, he can turn my frowns into a smile. The man of my life. The man of my life. Faith and reassurance he gives me. The man of my life. Oh, what a blessing, what a blessing, what a blessing it is being his wife. He's as sweet as he can be. I pray he'll always stay with me. The man of
So that was Dolly Gilmore from Miami, Florida. Man of My Life on Pilot Master. Again, one of the slightly better of these AMG-related releases.
And do you think there's any Joey Gilmore on that? Do you think that's
I don't know. I
his
believe
squad?
that Dolly Gilmore is Joey Gilmore's sister. It doesn't really sound like his guitar playing, but she was up in Orlando a little bit too. She kind of had her own separate career. Mm-hmm. As obscure as it may be, she still was kind of doing her own thing. She has a Canadian-only release, for instance.
Okay.
But that was a really obscure one in her already obscure catalog. That's a good 70s soul record.
It could have done something, yeah.
So we've reached the end of our soul exploration of AMG.
Oh,
and
boy.
again, let's say that there's 50 or 60 R&B and soul records on the label. I was able to cull however many we played there. What, 6? So not exactly batting 400. So we'll move into the rock realm now. You should be comfortable in this realm too, because this, like I said, this is very much in your talent search, pontoon ass kind of rock shit. There's a lot of really bad rock stuff where the band can't decide if they want to just be wimps, or there's so much instantly forgettable white people music on AMG, literally instantly forgettable, that no one extinct shit. They'll never be interested in it. But I've tried to choose the last 2 songs to represent the better part of the rock shit. The first thing we're going to listen to is a group called Mutha, M-U-T-H-A.
That's appropriation.
There's probably 3 dozen bands called Mutha.
Let's listen to one of them.
Usually that would suggest that it's like a female group. Like Fanny, Mutha.
I'm thinking more like Bad Mothers.
I feel like this should be like a feminine band, and there is a female vocal on here, but I think it's just a bunch of like long hairs with cowboy hats. But they're broke enough to keep it interesting, and the guitar player is pretty much fucking shredding the entire time, a little bit louder than everybody else. The song is called Rock and Roll Highway, for Christ's sake.
Oof.
Yeah, it's tough. It's kind of like Party Hardy.
Ugh.
Taco.
Usually if rock and roll is in the title, chances are you're going to leave it.
Yeah. Where the highway and rock and roll meet is not a lovely intersection.
Yeah, the rock and roll highway kind of sucks. Always working on that shit.
I have a picture in my head of what this sounds like, and I cannot wait to see how it squares with how it actually sounds. So can we get into it?
When's the last time you were on the rock and roll highway, John?
I hope never.
Headed north.
Oof.
Some pretty bonehead shit, right?
The funny thing is when she started singing, I was like, oh no, she's not going to talk about the Rock and Roll Highway.
She's
is
talking
she?
about the Rock and Roll Highway.
Like day one in office, I'm talking about the Rock and Roll
Miles
Highway.
7020 under construction for the next 2 weeks.
Chilling.
I wouldn't exactly describe that band as one of a kind.
You know, there's a kind of subgenre of hard rock shit that they call bonehead. That's bonehead, but I don't know if I've ever heard female-fronted bonehead.
Something for the AMG completist.
They exist. We know one.
They are in our midst.
We know one.
So we're talking about a scam here, which is basically a ruse.
I don't think the principals would call it a scam, but yes, it's a scam.
We're not even touching on another pretty unique corner of the record universe, which is the tax scam record.
Yeah, we mentioned it briefly in the intro. The tax scam was, again, this loophole where labels, new or old, could kind of just put shit out and then just claim it for a loss and make money on essentially nothing. We could do a tax scam show of its own because both you and I are fans of a lot of the music. The music tends to be a lot better for some reason when it was put out by accident.
Well, because the tax scam thrives upon volume. The tax scam needs records to flop. So you really get to a point where you're like, where are we going to get the source material? Like, we actually need quarter-inch stereo demo tapes to put onto this record so we can take it to the landfill.
Well, often you'll find that a lot of the tax scam labels, Delwood, Guinness, Tiger Lily, Album World, Album Globe, all this stuff are tied into studios.
Okay.
That Calvin Johnson thing that we both love with the drum machines and the Rhodes on one side and then like Desperate Folk on the other, that was definitely a guy probably just cut the demo at whatever studio, left it there. If his name is in fact Calvin Johnson, there's almost a certainty that he doesn't know that record exists.
Well, and the funny thing about that Calvin Johnson record is I went really deep on it one time and went so far as to call the photographer credited with the photography, the designer credited with the design, and they wouldn't talk to me about it.
Yeah, there's always this kind of nefarious thing. You know, one of the most collectible tax scams is TSG from New York, and that was owned by Don King. And he's still alive, and like he probably wouldn't say shit about it, but I'm like, dude, it's been 100 years. No one cares. Just tell me the mechanics of all this, and like where did because most of those records are really good. Consequently, they're worth a lot of money because they're rare, they're good, they're black as shit, they have cool stock covers. My father told me that Don King has an office in Broward County. I'd love to just pop in there, like, if he was actually in there. Like, yeah, you have a fan out here that wants to talk to you about the Eric Dunbar LP.
Yeah, I wonder what the statute of limitations is on tax scam records. Like, when can you actually come clean about them?
Which reminds me, I was looking through an old trade magazine, and I found a little article about how Shadow Shea from Counterpart Records in Cincinnati, another kind of like company, they had their thing, but again, their batting average is fucking terrible. Put out so much dreck. But Shadow Shea sued AMG for libel, which is kind of like some bonehead Republican suing another bonehead Republican for some bonehead comment.
Marjorie Taylor Greene suing Ron DeSantis for
Disney comments.
precisely.
The only thing that lawsuit resulted in is two stoners in Chicago talking about it 40 years after the fact.
That's Italian.
So, yeah, sorry, you're welcome.
We're not going to charge you.
Yeah, this one's on the house. This one's on us. If you're in Winston-Salem, I hope you can get a VPN or something to log in, download this show. I'm sorry. We're blacked out there for the time being. Sorry about that. This is John Kirby. It's been another episode of Dogpatch.
I'm Dante Carfagna.
And we'll see you next time.
For $500.
lifetime I tried to live. Oh my good Lord, sent me to live. Measure my honor, pay me returns. Now with 1,000 divisions has waited. Once in a lifetime I tried to say. Say the expression if you believe. I want this conquest, do not deceive. Bring to the point where this began. Feel it's established the glory of love. Reconsider yourself by intertwine. Upon your own, let it be read and told thereafter. Once in a lifetime, once in a lifetime.
On my free will, with no expectations, my empire shall grow with pardons given to thee. I dare not promote, for it has to be you, yourself, at least once in a lifetime.